Here in Sacramento, we have completed one rotation to determine the women's all-around champion. And Vanessa Atler and Kristen Maloney are tied 9.575. Vanessa Atler was the co-champion 2 years ago with Christy Powell, one of the gymnasts on a long list of those not here.
All three tumbling passes. Get into the first one, second, and the last one. Ribs in, bam. Pop it over the top, then be aggressive.
Steve Rybacki, Vanessa's mom, Nanette. And you can see with the Atler Camp t-shirts, the Atler family and all the supporters have well represented Vanessa here today at Arco Arena.
And if past performance will be any indication, Camp Atler will have a lot to cheer about here. This is just poetry in motion.
From the Vanessa Atler webpage to the Kristen Maloney webpage goes the email. Kristen, try and keep up with that.
That was good.
Okay.
That was good fighting. Good job.
Okay.
Fight. Right?
Yeah.
Steve Rybacki challenging Vanessa to compete, to fight in every aspect of her life. You know, when I heard she hurt her ankle, I selfishly was so bummed out because after an injury like that, athletes sometimes never bounce like that again. This is just beautiful.
But what makes it so perfect and special is that part right there. That's a snapshot. It's beautiful.
Here's Mom watching. And living every move with her daughter. Vanessa Atler gets rewarded big time, 9.850. What's Kristen Maloney's response going to be as she goes over to the beam?
You know, it's kind of funny today. Kristen's rotation, actually, each event gets a little bit more stressful, a little bit more pounding on the leg.
Let's go, Malone.
And this mount actually has given her some big problems in the past. She's made some changes to this beam routine, one of them being a less difficult mount because it hurt so much in the past. This combination right here gives Kristen a great deal of bonus. The jump right through to the second, down to the full twisting swing down. 6/10, if you can believe that.
Coach Jack Carter wearing a microphone for us today.
Nice. Keep it calm with it. Nice and slow.
Wow, mad timing for the start of that music. All four apparatus are being used simultaneously. It's all part of the experience you need to block that out. It's the way it's going to be at the Worlds and the Olympics.
I've mentioned she's made some changes to this beam routine. Coming up right here, she does a tumbling skill punch front. Typically, she does a jump out of that, but has decided not to because of the leg. And again, it doesn't affect her start value. She still has a 10-0 routine.
You know, she tells us that, yeah, the leg, it's really hurting, but it will have no impact on my meet, she told us today.
Come on now. Come here.
Yes! Yes!
job at net wall. Her beam coach. This is like an NFL franchise. We've got special teams, beam, defensive line, the Parquet group from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Jennie Thompson recorded a 9.325 on the floor. I'll tell you what, the more I watch her, she's a cool customer.
Yeah, she's really taken all that experience from this season. I think the American Cup win did absolute wonders for her confidence, and Jennie finally believes she belongs.
Well, she definitely belongs here. This is one of her best events. Big time power.
Yes. Good job, Jennie.
Nice vault, but let's remember the start value is only out of a 9.6.
Which means that's the highest she could get if she hit it perfectly.
You got all the horse, all the board, all the horse. Hit it big. And Jen, pull those feet down when you're done.
There's a lot to think about.
That was a lot. That was a lot, Mary Lee.
She's trying to get her psyched for her second vault.
Which will be a much more difficult vault.
Hey, Kristen Maloney answers Vanessa Atler. She will not stay tied with a 9.725.
Yeah, this is big time. She's going to do a double twisting laid out Yurchenko.
Really good one.
She unveiled this vault earlier this year, actually did it well, but then hurt her ankle at the Pan Am Games. It's been bothering her ever since. Tough landing.
All of it. All of it.
Oh, great.
Beautiful.
Wow, she really, really got a good pop off that horse. Makes it easy when you do it like that.
Proud of you.
I guess there wasn't too much to think about.
And that helps the all-around score because the start value is bumped up by 9.9, so a much more difficult vault, as we mentioned.
Only a few athletes doing this in the U.S. Beautiful, tremendous heights. Really makes that very, very easily. That was great.
Tim, the judges give Jennie Thompson a 9.65, so she will average out to a 9.512 as she tries to keep pace with Vanessa Atler and Kristen Maloney, and that's not an easy thing to do right now. After Vanessa's huge score on floor exercise, she has exercised a lead over Kristen Maloney of 0.125. So, in effect, we've approached and reached halftime, and that means Vanessa Atler will go to the vault next, and then the uneven bars.